open set of trucks at Kansas Speedway tonight for 134 laps of sheer excitement. Currently in the middle of qualifying, you can see the track. It's all under shade. Sun is going down. It's going to be a lot of really fast and exciting racing. Go ahead and throw the race info up on the screen. Like I said, qualifying just finished up. They are currently gridding, but like we said, it is Kansas Speedway. We're here for 134 laps here at NSR. Got a few sponsors I'd like to give a shout out to. First of all, Affordable SEO and Web Repair. Be sure to give them a holler on social media and thank them for supporting us here in the NSR Truck Series, presented by Fearless Broadcasting, and also sure to give a shout out to MP214512 on Twitch, streaming their point of view. Like I said, this is Fearless Broadcasting. Tonight's race is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting, your home for high-quality, no-limit sim racing coverage. If you're looking to take your league to the next level with live broadcast commentary and top-tier production, hit us up. We bring the action, you bring the racing. Fearless Broadcasting has got your backs. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to Fearless Broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch to stay up to date on all of our live events, race replays, and behind-the-scenes content. Fearless Broadcasting, where racing meets true passion. Going through the grid right now. They finished up qualifying, currently going out onto the track right now. Jacob Santana going to be starting up front in that 32 truck. Jason Holdsworth at number 8. We got Peter Santana at 25, starting third. Starting fourth will be Anthony Promoda. Starting fifth is league owner Mark Sikoski. Starting sixth is Joseph Zader. Starting seventh, Justin Toth. Starting eighth, Richard Maligani. Starting ninth is Brian Wiggins. 10th place starting position will be Kenneth Colson. 11th place will be Jacob Crumley. 12th place will be Johnny Taylor. And that is your grid as they're going out on track. We got two more people real quick. Cody Porter and Shane Posey. Apologize for leaving them out, but that will be your starting grid here at Kansas. A little bit about Kansas Speedway. This is 1.5 miles. These trucks on an open setup, but one of the big talks today. One talk today will be tire wear. Tire wear is a huge thing here at Kansas Speedway. It's a little bit more prevalent in the daytime, but it is still just as bad at night. 10, 15 laps, you'll see the lap times drop off by at least a second. Another big story today will be the fact that there is no fast repair. So these trucks need to keep it clean as long as possible. Let's pace car to pit road. Green flag in the air, and they're already fanning out in the back of the pack. Green flag in the air over Jacob Smentana as he takes him over to turn number 1. That number 8 truck of Jason Holdsworth to the bottom. He will go around and take the lead, followed by that 45 truck of Anthony Perdona. Here they go down the backstretch. Pretty clean start for the most part. As you see, that number 8 truck will stretch out that lead to about 2 truck lengths. They're still battling pretty good a little bit further back here in the back. Good battle for second. That is Joseph Zader trying to get to the back bumper of the 45 of Anthony Promoda. Looking to make a pass. Then there's a pretty big gap back there to the battle for the 4th position. That is your pole sitter, Jacob Smentana. Dropping back a little bit. That 88 of Johnny Taylor right on his back bumper. And then it's double wide right behind that with Shane Posey and Richard Malguni. Malugani, pardon me. So they head down into turns 1 and 2. These 6 trucks. Very good battle right here. So they head down the backstretch. 32 a little bit loose. 88 all over the back bumper. 32 blocks down low. 88 goes high. 32 blocks again. Good racing here. As that 83 truck looking for an opening. Here comes the 04 to the inside of the 88. That 04 is Cody Porter. He will take it 3 wide on the 88. Smetana will keep the spot for now, but they are all over its back bumper. 04 looking low, 88 looking high. 88 going to get to the outside lane. Look at this aggressive blocking action by the 32. 04 is going to look inside. Didn't quite manage to make it below that 32, but the 32 drifts up on exit. That will allow possibly allow the 04 to get through. Not really. Good racing by the 32, but he is holding these trucks up. Oh, they run into him. The 32 gets dumped by the 04. And that will bring out the caution flag for the first time today. That is Jacob Smetana, your pole sitter. The 88 of Johnny Taylor also around. Let's look at replay. This 32 has been extraordinarily aggressive with these blocks. Coming through the front stretch. See if we can. And it just looks like he tried to block the 04, and the 04 was already to his inside, and that will turn the 32 around and into the wall. Interesting. But that will bring the caution flag out. See if we can get back to live real quick. But Jason Holdsworth in that number 8 will be your race leader. Anthony Permoda in the 45 is in second, as the number 8 will come to pit road. 45 will stay out. Apologize for the technical difficulties. I don't know why it is not wanting to take us to the live action. But about half the field on pit road. Top 6 will stay out. Anthony Permoda, Joseph Zader, Cody Porter, Shane Posey. Here we go. And Brian Wiggins all stayed out. You see Jason Holdsworth leading them onto the pit road. Now that everything is working properly, let's see if there's anybody available for comment after our first caution flag of the day. Still working out a few technical difficulties. We'll put up another screen for a second, but we will be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be back in time for the green flag. Alrighty, welcome back to Fearless Broadcasting here at Kansas. Hopefully we got everything sorted out. Got a little bit of racing noise in the background now. Alrighty, it's Anthony Permoda on the inside. 74 of Joseph Zader will be on the outside lane. Space car leading them around through turns 3 and 4. And they will take the green flag. We are going to be completing lap number 7 right here. Starting on lap number 8. Green flag in the air here at Kansas Speedway. Good start by that 45 truck. He's going to lead them around through turns 1 and 2. 04 on the bottom of the 74. That 04 has been really fast. He was being held up by the 32 earlier, but he is going to take that position and pull to the back bumper of the leader, looking down in the bottom. 45 will stay up in the middle. 04 to the bottom, looking for the lead, and he's got it. He's got it. New leader here at Kansas Speedway. Cody Porter will clear for the lead. But that 45 isn't done yet. He's making that middle line work. As we are working lap number 10, the 45 will take that lead back on that middle lane. So in middle lane starting to come in a little bit as the track continues to get cooler. And the tires continue to wear out a little bit more. Here's Cody Porter in second. He's trying to hold off that 74 of Joseph Zader. Porter still running on that white line, but that 74 of Joseph Zader is right on his tail. Looks like the 74 will match his line this corner. How about that 04 though? He is up 11 spots since the start of the race. He is your fastest, your biggest mover. And then the 83 of Shane Posey is up 10 positions since the start of the race. So good race so far by both of those drivers, even if there was a little bit of a pit strategy going on. That 45 of Anthony Permoda trying to pull away that gap. Looks like that gap's sitting right around 0.3 of a second. As he continues to try to work it out a little bit more. Top 4 still running single file. Not a whole lot of action going on at the moment. How about 5th place? That's Brian Wiggins in that number 17. Pretty sharp looking truck right there. But we got a little bit of side-by-side action in the back here. That is the 22 of Richard Malagani going around the 59 of Justin Cope. That was for the 7th position. And then a good gaggle of trucks right behind him. That is the 51 of Mark Sukoski, the 9 of Jason Crumbly, and the 25 of Peter Smetana. All running pretty good battle going on between these three. Oh, look, good block by the 51, but he slides way out of the track. A little bit out of control. Good save by the 51, and good control by everybody else staying out of that. That could have been a lot worse than it actually was, but that 51 will tuck in now behind the 9 of Jason Crumley. Back up front. Well, your leader is starting to have that gap closed down a little bit. When we left, it was about 0.3 of a second. Now down 0.2. Was down to 0.2, but he stretches it out again through turns 1 and 2 a little bit. But Cody Porter starting to reel him in ever so slightly. Just none of these trucks really able to go anywhere right now. They're all just so evenly matched. But while we watch to see if the 04 can catch the leader. Oh, good corner by Cody Porter. But let's see if we can ride along with one of these drivers, starting with Shane Posey. This is the 83 of Shane Posey, currently riding in fourth behind Joseph Zader. You can see these trucks just running in a line. They're not fast enough to get around the guy in front of them just yet. As they are approaching a lap truck, I do believe that is... Who is that? Now that is the 88 of Johnny Taylor they are catching. The Johnny Taylor machine will go high. Oh! 83 has to make a little bit of a evasive maneuver. But look at this 04, he's running down the leader. Cody Porter riding along with him now. That gap is closing in a little bit, but you see the 45 just a little bit stronger. It's kind of impressive how the 04 is able to just go low, get those left side tires wrapped right along the white line. He's doing a fantastic job as he pulls up to the back bumper of the 45. He's got him now. Good battle here. This is the 04 trying to catch the 45. Gap now about half a truck length as they head down into turns 3 and 4. Cody Porter trying to reel in the 45 the rest of the way. Good corner exit by Cody Porter. He's got the corner exit on the 45, all over the back bumper through the tri-oval. What will he do into turns 1 and 2? 04 goes way high, trying to get around that 45. 45 moves up the block. Slide job. Crossover by the 04, though. He will move to the inside of the 45. And he will clear for the lead. Cody Porter in the 04 will take the lead from the 45 of Anthony Permoda for the first time today as we work lap 23 now of 134. 45 now trying to run that outside lane as the 04 of Cody Porter stays down on that white line. And will now begin to pull away a little bit. The gap now growing. At least 5 truck lengths this lap through the tri-oval. And he will continue to put a gap on Anthony Permoda. Good run by this 04. He has pulled almost a second gap now on Anthony Permoda in that 45. Gotta wonder if the 45 wore his tires out a little bit too much, trying to pull away from everybody. See if we can ride along with Shane Posey again. You see him a little bit loose off the exit of that corner. He's got his hands full as he watches Joseph Zader pull away from him a little bit. Here we go, working lap 27, excuse me. Your leader is Cody Porter. He just ran a 31.7 lap time. Anthony Promoter ran a 31.7. Cody Porter is the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment. Let's hope he can maintain that speed. Now, the longer we run here at Kansas, the more the tires are going to wear out, the slower the lap times are. You can see the 83. He is all over the place right now. Almost spun off of turn 2 this lap. As he runs around in the 4th position. Closest driver behind him is a second and a half. So he is kind of by himself right here. About 0.8 of a second between him and Joseph Zader in front of him. He's really loose right now. You can see the tires are starting to wear out as we are approaching a 30-lap run for these front couple of drivers on this set of tires. Let's go back and look at this Brian Wiggins machine. Now, Brian Wiggins stayed out in the last caution flag. A few drivers came into the pits, but Wiggins restarted in the 6th position, and he has moved up 1 spot. So I guess it's safe to say tires were not a big deal with 5 or 6 laps on them. Caution flag. Not sure who it's for yet. Currently working lap number 30. So we look through the field trying to find what may have triggered that caution. I don't think that is it. Yeah, so a little bit of a computer glitch going on in the system. The caution flag is out on lap number 30 here at Kansas Speedway. Looks like this was the caution for stage number 1. So stage number 1 is over. Cody Porter will be your stage winner. Let's see if we can find him for comments. Hey, this is Fearless up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
How's your race going so far?
Not too bad. Little free.
This is Trying to find Cody Porter. No, there is no obvious name for it. Is this him?
No, this is Anthony. Guy was in second.
I gotcha. So
he
first,
may not be in Discord. That could be why.
so you've had a really fast truck. It fell off a little bit on that run towards the middle of it. What are you looking for in this next stint to try to keep that from happening again?
God, just need to be a little tighter off the corner. I was just a little too snug on entry and free off. Overdrove it also. So.
Well, I'll let you get back to your channels to prepare for the restart. You've got a fast truck out there, number 45. Good luck and hope to talk to you later.
Yep.
That was Anthony Permoda in the 45 truck. He's got a hot rod out there today. Led a few laps. Not quite it. Did it have anything for the 04 last stint? But Cody Porter in the back of the pack. Not sure if he had damage or a penalty or what, but he will be starting in the back of the pack. Anthony Permoda will be restarting as the control car. Joseph Zader will be outside. And Shane Posey, Brian Wiggins. That will be your top four. Stage 1 is done. Stage 2 upcoming. Here we go. Pace car pit road. Green flag back in the air. Good jump by the 45. He's going to pull out. Easily clear that 74 as they head through the tri-oval. Good battle back here between Joseph Zader and Shane Posey. 74 of Joseph Zader on the outside lane, but with these tires not quite warmed up yet, that inside lane going to be a little bit better. Here's this 83 truck trying to get around the 74, but 74 good momentum through the backstretch. Looks like he might have been able to clear him. He's got a lot of speed through the tri-oval as he pulls to the back bumper of the 45 of Anthony Permoda. Here we go, 45 not quite able to get to the bottom quick enough. 74 almost eyeballed him. Good control by both trucks, not getting into each other, but they will stay single file. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the control these drivers are able to maintain, driving inches away from each other on the straightaways. Here's the 74 looking for the lead. All over the back bumper of the 45 through the tri-oval again. As they head down the backstretch, 28 will now move into that fourth position. Here's the 74. He's able to get right on that wide line, but the 83 is just a little bit better than him. As they head through the tri-oval again. Can Shane Posey find a way around this 74? Look at Kenneth Coulson in that 28. He's moving through the field on this at the beginning of this stage. And that sharp-looking nitro white and blue 28 machine to the inside of the 83 of Shane Posey. As we have a pass for the lead in front of him. 45 got a little bit tight. Moved up the track. 74 able to make the pass on the inside lane. 45 almost crossed over though. Still very tight quarters racing as they head through the tri-oval again into turn number 1. 74 gonna move. He's gonna run right on the wide line. 28. Really? 28's able to hold the wide line a little bit better than that 45 truck in front of him. He's gonna pull to the back bumper as they head down into turn 3. Dive bomb. Here we go for second position. Can Kenneth Coulson take the spot as they head back into turns 1 and 2? And can Joseph Zader pull away while these two are side by side? 28 will make the pass. 83 following suit to the inside of Anthony Permoda. And we got us a battle for the lead now. Joseph Zader now trying to drive away from Kenneth Coulson. That 28's just too strong. Gap now about a truck and a half. Move it down to 1 as they head through the tri-oval again. Good run by this 74 truck. But he's just not as fast as that 28 right now. Here comes the 28 of Kenneth Coulson. pulling a little bit closer down this backstretch, and now looks to the inside in turn 3. 28 to the inside for the lead here at Kansas Speedway. Side by side to the tri-oval again. Truck tight in the background, moved up, almost hit the wall, but wasn't managed to stay off it. They're still side by side, and Kenneth Coulson will clear for the lead over the 74 of Joseph Zader, and here comes Shane Posey for second. Kenneth Coulson away with the lead. 74 of Joseph Zader still clear for second. The 83 truck trying to chase him down. Joseph's not letting him get away easy though. He is staying right on that back bumper of Kenneth Coulson. So we got some really good action a little bit further back. 45 truck has lost another spot to Brian Wiggins in that sharp-looking 17, and here comes Marek Sikoski. To the inside of Anthony Permoda. Side by side, that will be the battle for the 5th position. The 51 wants it. The 45 is falling back after that restart. And here comes the 04 of Cody Porter. Porter fell very far back during that pit cycle, but he is currently running in that 7th position, trying to get a few more spots. As the 45 moving all the way to the wall. The 51 on the bottom, not quite able to hug that white line like we see some of these other drivers able to do. And that 45 is going to use that outside lane momentum to clear the 51. 04 has moved up another lane up the track as well, trying to get to the outside of the 51 truck. And look at this 45 of Anthony Permoda. He's found something up there right against the wall. A little bit of extra speed as he pulls back around the 17 of Brian Wiggins to move that 45 truck back up to the 4th position. As up front, Kenneth Coulson still not able to pull away from Joseph Zader or Shane Posey. They're still running nose to tail, top 3. You heard Anthony Permoda talking about how he needed to save his tires a little bit better. You gotta wonder if that's why he fell back so much in the initial stint. He has found a little bit of extra speed as he moves back down to the bottom. He's catching that 83 truck. 83 to the inside of the 28. I think Kenneth Coulson tagged the wall. 74 has taken the lead. 83 is now going inside for second, and here comes the 45 for third. 28 has moved from first down to 4th, make that 5th as Cody Porter will follow that 45 by. So move Joseph Zader back up to the lead. Shane Posey in second. And Anthony Permoda back up to 3rd in that 45 truck. We'll have to see if he can make up a few more spots. As we have 10 laps until the end of stage number 2. Here in the NSR Open Setup Truck Series. 83 a little bit loose in the middle of that corner and very loose on the exit. 45 is going to get to the outside. For second place, can Anthony Permoda clear? He's got the spot. 45 up to second. He's got 10 laps to try to run down Joseph Zader and get around him. But here comes that 04 of Cody Porter working his way up through the pack. Move him up to 3rd. These two drivers finished 1st and 2nd in stage number 1. What can they do in stage number 2? 04 now to the back bumper of the 45. 45 truck still running a little bit high. He's starting to catch Joseph Zader though. That gap is currently about Make that 2 truck lengths as they head down into turns 1. Maybe 3. Good battle for second. 04 moved up high last corner. Couldn't find anything there, but able to use the crossover as they head down into turn 3. 45 is going to let him by. Cody Porter up to second. Oh, but 45's got to run. Here we go. Dogfight for second. 45 on the outside of Cody Porter. Porter just not able to clear Anthony, who is running that outside lane extraordinarily well. He's going to move to the back bumper of the 74 of Zader. Didn't make a run. He just went right back up to that outside lane as we have a car off the track. 51 of Mark Sakowski. Caution flag. And let's see if we can grab a replay. Oh, looks like he had a little bit of net code and then a little bit of help. Good control by the 51, not hitting any walls there. But that is a little bit odd, the way that wreck looked at the beginning. So we look from the chopper view, look at that 51 truck on the outside lane, right? It's hard to tell if they actually made contact or not, but definitely not intentional, I can't imagine. But that will bring out the caution flag here at Kansas Speedway. Looks like everybody's trying to catch up to, everybody's checking up because of the pace car as we try to get the screen to go live again. Few drivers into the pits, Jacob Smintana, Brian Wiggins, and Jason Holdsworth among them. Joseph Zader will still be your race leader in that 74 truck. Anthony Permoda in second, and Cody Porter in that third position. Now let's see if we can. Looks like we don't have the 51 truck available for comment at this point in time. So we'll just buckle down and get ready. They are going double file, getting ready to go back to green to complete the second stage. Still got about a 5-lap shootout. Five-lap shootout to the end of stage number 2. The 74 of Joseph Zader will be choosing the inside lane. 45 of Anthony Permoda. Can he find something on that outside lane? Outside lane hasn't always been the best on the restarts, but he was able to make it work a little bit last time. We'll have to see how this one goes. 74 on the bottom, 45 up high. Pace car comes on to pit road. Short stint to complete stage number 2. Green flag back in the air. Over Joseph Zader as they fan out behind him. 04 to the bottom of the 45. 04 will take that second position. 45 moves down to the bottom. Now pulling to the back bumper of the 74. Can the 04 have a stage 1, stage 2 sweep? 45 moves up high. 04 will follow the 74 to the white line. Good middle of the corner. He's there. Now moving inside for the race lead. Here comes the 45 with a head of steam on that outside lane. As the 04 will pull alongside the 74. Big push from the 45. 74 will stay in the lead for now. 04 now moving back to the bottom. And the 45 still working that outside lane. Back through the tri-oval, 3 laps to go till the end of stage number 2. '74 still trying to block that 04 of Cody Porter. And the 45 of Anthony Permoda will take that second spot as Porter will fall back and move to the outside lane along with that 45. Oh, 45 in the wall. He brushes the wall. 04 will go past him, as will the 28. So now Cody Porter, the only possible challenger to that 74's lead. Can Joseph Zader hold on for another lap and a half? The gap now about 2 truck lengths as the 04 still working that wall. Joseph Zader able to make good time on that bottom. Oh, Kenneth smacks the wall. Coming out of turn number 4. We stay green. 04 still up in the wall. Oh, here comes the 17 of Wiggins to the inside. Do you believe he's got some fresh tires? He's looking for the lead as they head through 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 2. Can Wiggins make the pass to the outside of the 74 to the finish line? It's going to be close, but the 17 will win stage number 2 here at Kansas Speedway. When we came to 1 lap to go in that stage, Joseph Zader thought he had it, but Ryan Wiggins comes out of nowhere and will steal the stage win away. Let's see if we can grab our stage 2 winner in the booth real quick. Hey, Brian, this is Fearless up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. What's up, man?
Oh, nothing much. Congratulations on your Stage 2 victory. You've been running about mid-pack all race long. Thought for sure that 74 had the stage win, but you came out of nowhere on that last lap. Talk us through that last stage.
Well, yeah, I pitted there. No one else did. I pitted, so I started in the back. I thought I screwed myself, but I guess it ended up working out for me, huh?
Worked out for you pretty well. How many tires you got left, and what's the strategy going to be looking like for this last big stage?
I got 2 sets left, so I'm gonna probably conserve here, go out on little old tires, and then see what we got for the end.
Well, good luck out there. It's been fun to watch y'all tonight, and can't wait to talk to you later.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
That was Brian Wiggins in that 17. Your Stage 2 winner, and let's see if we can pull in Mark Sikorsky. Hey, Mark, this is Fearless up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
First of all, I feel like I've been saying your last name wrong the entire race. So how do you pronounce it?
Sikorsky.
Sikorsky. All right. So not the best race for you so far. You were involved in an incident a few laps back. How much damage you got to your truck, and how do you feel about your chances moving forward?
Yeah, we had a good amount of damage to start. We got caught up in that wreck with Taylor there. He's sideways. We had nowhere to go. We ended up having 2 minutes of damage off that, but we got her fixed up. Truck's a little, I don't know, we're lacking a little something somewhere. I'm not sure. It's the handling's neutral. I'm not sure exactly what we need, but we just threw something at it. Hopefully, hopefully it improves it a little bit.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to find something in this last stage. It's going to be a long stint till we get to the checkered flag. What's the strategy looking like from here?
We're gonna play it by ear. I'm not sure. We're not there. We're not very good on the long run, so I'm not. I guess it all depends on how far we fall back, and that'll determine when we come down to put tires on it.
Well, I'll let you get back to your team channels. Good luck out there, and hope to talk to you later up front.
All right, thanks, man.
That was the number 8 of Mark Sukowski. So, looks like everybody has went through pit stops. Will be the 17 out front. The Brian Wiggins machine. The 04 of Cody Porter will be outside. So we are approaching halfway through this race. We are working lap 63 of 134 here at Kansas Speedway. Big shout out to our sponsors for this race. Among them is SEO and web design. And MP214512 on Twitch, and Fearless Broadcasting, where racing meets true passion. 74 of Joseph Zader is on the inside lane. Brian Wiggins chose the outside lane for this restart. Control car on the outside. He will take the green flag. Good jump by him. He will be followed through by the 04 of Cody Porter. Good jump by both of those drivers. Cody Porter now looking to the outside of Brian Wiggins. Wiggins moves down to the bottom. It doesn't look like he was expecting the 04 to go to his outside so early. He will lose that top spot as Joseph Zader trying to follow suit. Look back there in that 4th position. That is the 25. I do believe that is the 25 of Peter Smetana. First time he's been up front. Notable mention all day long. But Cody Porter up front here at Kansas Speedway. He's had the fastest truck all race long. But he's got a little bit of a challenge now coming from Joseph Zader. The 04 definitely a little bit better on the long runs, but Joseph Zader going to fly past him on the inside lane. Move up the track. We'll take the lead. We got a challenge for 3rd as well. 45 of Anthony Permoda to the inside and around Brian Wiggins. You heard Wiggins. He's talking about conserving tires. Just from what we've seen in the first 2 stages, there's a few drivers here really good on those short runs, but there's also a few drivers here who lack quite a bit on the longer runs. Not entirely sure what the fuel window will be looking like for these last 70 laps or so. But this run, if we go green, this run is where we'll start to see true talent. 74 is in the lead, about a truck length back to the 04 of Cody Porter as he pulls a little bit closer down the backstretch. 3rd place is the 45 of Anthony Permoda. The 04, 74, and 45 have been up front all race long. It's really been their show today. The 17 of Brian Wiggins only showed up after that last stint where he took tires on a late stage caution and managed to come back and win that 2nd stage. The 83 of Shane Posey has fallen back a little bit. He is in 5th. About 0.6 of a second off of Anthony Permoda right now. But the top 4 all running single file. It's interesting to see all these different lines. As you see, the 74 went a little bit wide. Here comes the 04. He's got a push from the 45. What's it going to do into turns 3 and 4? 74 moves down. It's going to cut off the air off of the 04. Cody Porter not able to do anything this corner. But the top 5 now all running nose to tail single file, just waiting for somebody to make a move. As they fan into turn 1, all of them just running right on that white line. It's going to take a few laps for the tires to wear off a little bit to where these drivers have to start moving up to that outside lane. Look at the 45 all over the back bumper of the 04. Great racing up here for the top spot. Here we go. 3 wide for third. And double wide for the lead. Here comes the 04 to the inside of the 74. He's got a run on the bottom. Oh, 45 moves down the track. Almost got wrecked by Brian Wiggins. Good control by those drivers. They will continue to run 3 wide as the 04 will take the lead. Cody Porter to the lead over the 74 of Joseph Zader. And they're still 3 wide for third. 17 of Brian Wiggins on the bottom. Middle lane, you have Anthony Permoda, Shane Posey on that outside lane. As the 17 will let the other 2 by. Lots of crazy racing in the early part of stage number 3. Here's the 45 looking to the inside of Shane Posey. It's going to be a good battle back here around as they head through the tri-oval. Anthony Permoda working that white line. 83 Shane Posey. We haven't seen him much on that outside lane up near the front. I'll have to see how good he is at it. A lot of Toyotas up here at the front as we have a big block by Jacob Spintana. We've seen that a lot today. Definitely not a wise move by that 32 blocking everybody so much. As he moves to the outside of the Brian Wiggins machine. Oh, Wiggins a little bit loose in the tri-oval as he gets taken 3 wide again. 51 is going to fall back as 88 will follow Jacob Spintana around Brian Wiggins. Wiggins still falling back as the 28 is going to take it 3 wide inside him. So here comes the 51 of Mark Sikonski around the 17 of Brian Wiggins. So move Wiggins all the way down to 8th now. And here comes Justin Cope around him. So Wiggins falling all the way to the back. Look at that 28 though. That is Kenneth Coulson. He had a really good truck in the beginning stages of stage number 2. He's currently running in that 6th position, side by side with Mark Sikorsky. But back up front, Cody Porter took the lead a few laps ago, but he has not pulled away by any means. Joseph Zader still right on his back bumper, and here comes Shane Posey and the 45 of Anthony Permoda. Those are the top 4 all nose to tail. But we have a new player coming into the picture. Jacob Spintana trying to catch this battle for the race lead as the 45 to the inside of the 83 for third. He's going to take that spot. 74 now looking to the outside of the 04. Outside lane starting to come in a little bit again. Can he make a move? Joseph Zader now outside of Cody Porter. Good battle for the lead here. Here's the 45. He's going to stay to the bottom. 83 right in that wall. So they head back around through the tri-oval. Still side by side for the lead. And the 74 of Joseph Zader will take the lead for the time being. 04 of Cody Porter still running that white line. Very dedicated to running that white line as he will now come under attack. As the 45 right on his back bumper, and here comes the 32 of Jacob Spintana. 83 of Shane Posey falling back out of the picture for now.
He's being challenged by... I do believe that is a lap car. That's the lap truck of Johnny Taylor moving up through the field. But still good battle, top four battling for the lead. Joseph Zader has it. Cody Porter looking for a way back around him. And the 45 and the 32. Still running around in line. Very good green flag racing. Not something that we might have been expecting. Definitely we're not expecting this aggressive of a fight for the top spots, and it's staying green for this long. So definitely excellent control by these drivers as they head back around through the tri-oval. Still nose to tail, top three. A little bit of a gap back to the 32 now. 74, interesting line. He enters a little bit high, moves down the track at the exit. He's able to take the air off of the nose of Cody Porter, as Porter a little bit loose through that corner. But he's able to take just enough air off of the 04 to keep him behind him. He's starting to pull away a little bit. That 04 is starting to fade off, possibly. Let's see if we can watch this battle from a new perspective. Currently riding on with the 88 behind the 32. That's the 32 trying to get to the inside of the 45. Not quite able to do it. But some really good battles throughout the track, especially up front here for the lead. Like we said earlier, not sure what the fuel window is. Green flag pit stops will be a talk in a few laps, probably around laps 95 to 100. We'll start seeing people come down pit road. Hopefully being able to split this last big stage in half. You saw the 32. Very aggressive battling with the 45. They get in the wall. You can see that 32. Definitely too aggressive with that blocking. Already caused one wreck today. And here we go, side by side for the lead in front of them. Brian Wiggins on pit road. Not sure what's going on there. But the 88 moving to the inside of the 45. But Cody Porter managed to get to the inside of Joseph Zader for the race lead. So the race lead will change hands once again. And look at this 32. He may be very aggressive with those blocks, but he has a lot of speed on these longer runs. He's worked his way back up from being a lap or two down. And he's catching this 74 of Joseph Zader. Question is, what's he going to be able to do when he gets there? Look at this Elvora Cody Porter, though. He is pulling away from the 74. We have the gap now at 0.4 of a second. Definitely one of the biggest leads so far today. Question is, can this 04 keep that lead? Or is he wearing out his tires a little bit too much? Heading into turns 3 and 4. Pass for second. Jacob Smetana, your pole sitter. Back up to second here at Kansas Speedway as we are closing in on lap 90. We have 45 laps to go. This has been a very nice race. A lot of side-by-side aggressive action. This 32 of Jacob Smetana is catching the 04 of Cody Porter. The gap now about half a second as they head through the tri-oval again. Be sure to give our partners a shout out, Affordable SEO and Web Design. And be sure to subscribe to MP214512 on TikTok. This race is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. The more support that you give us, tonight's race is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting, your home for high quality, no limits sim racing coverage, where racing meets real passion. In this Heart of Healthcare 200 here at Kansas Speedway, we are working lap number 91 now of 134. Race leader is Cody Porter, your Stage 1 winner. Stage 2 winner, Brian Wiggins, is currently running around 2 laps down in 11th position. But we've had some pretty exciting racing in the first 20 to 30 laps of a run. But the last 10 laps or so, we've seen the field really begin to spread out. Cody Porter is your race leader. He has a 0.3 of a second, make that 0.4 of a second gap on Jacob Smetana. That 45 of Anthony Permoda about 1.5 seconds behind your race leader, and he's under attack. From the 25 of Peter Smetana, he's going to move around to the inside of the 45. They both get loose into the wall. Great action here as Peter Smetana in that 25 truck. You see the paint scheme says 53, but that is he's registered as the 25. Same sponsor as that 32 truck. Both of these drivers been really quiet in the first half of this race, but they are making moves as this run continues to go longer. The Smetanas now in second and third, as the 45 now moving back to the inside of the 53. 53 is really loose in the middle of the corner. Here comes Brian Wiggins on those fresher tires. You saw the sparks flying. 53 touched the wall a little bit. Good battle here. Here's the 45. Kind of got into the corner panel a little bit. Side by side as they enter the tri-oval. This is for the third position, as we have a pass for the lead. While all this action back here for third is going on, Jacob Smetana takes the lead and pulls away, already up by 0.2 of a second over that 04 of Cody Porter. Back here in third, though, and Anthony Permoda has it. Peter Smetana still wants it, but the 74 is still in the picture. That's Joseph Zader. He's led quite a few laps today. All over the back bumper of the 25/53. But the 53 just able to run that outside lane better than everybody else here. He will secure that spot for now. Some really good action here at Kansas Speedway. Always fun to watch these drivers race it out for positions all over the track. We've had a lot of good racing up front. Now that Jacob Smetana has taken the lead, he has started to put a pretty big gap on the 04 4/10 of a second now. Third place battle is down to 1.8 seconds behind the leader, and it's still a doozy. 53 still trying to run that outside lane. 45 is running the white line. Let's see if we can get a fun viewpoint of this. Gearbox of the car in front of him. This is the 88 truck. He is a couple laps down. Oh, what it? Fall forward to pit lane. Green flag pit stops have begun. Jason Crumley, Mark Sukowski, and Cody Porter have all entered pit road. Cody Porter cannot afford any mistakes right now. Jacob Spintana still on track. Kenneth Colson crashing. On the backstretch, he hit the inside wall, but we stay green. How long will we stay green in the middle of green flag pit stops? Definitely not what Cody Porter would have wanted. Cody Porter now leaving pit road. And Kenneth Colson will make it on the pit road, so we will stay green. Justin Cope on pit road as well. Jacob Spintana still in the race lead. Question is, how long will he stay out? His last lap was a 31:69. Lap times are falling off. They are falling off a little bit, but you can tell by watching him, the grip, the handling of that truck has not really gone away at all. So we are coming around. We have about 30 laps to go here in the NSR Heart of Healthcare 200 from Kansas Speedway. It has been a wonderful long green flag run in stage number 3. Ryan Wiggins took the green flag but fell back. He had to come to pit road early, currently running around in the 10th position, 2 laps down. But the Spintana's teammates are currently running first and third. Peter not quite able to get around the 45 yet, who is also trapped behind the 88 lap truck as he will now finally get around on that inside lane. But a lot of these drivers still staying out. So top 5 have not pitted yet. Cody Porter is leading the drivers who have come into the pits. How long will these drivers stay out? Justin Cope in that 59 truck just turned Cody Porter, still the first driver who has come into the pits, just turned a 30.14 as we have drivers coming into pit road. Anthony Permoda and Joseph Zader will give up their top 5 positions and will come to pit road. The laps counting down now. We are on lap 106 of 134. Question is, where will these drivers come out in relation to Cody Porter, who came to pit road a few laps earlier? 32 and 25 still out on the racetrack. Anthony Permoda coming out now. Where is Cody Porter? There he is. That's the 04 Cody Porter. So he will pass the 45 for certain, and he will stay up front of the drivers who have pitted. But he has a challenger, Justin Cope, with a really good round of green flag pit stops. This is the battle for the 4th position, but ultimately possibly for the race lead. whenever Jacob Smintana comes to pit road. To 26 laps to go. And Cody Porter, Justin Cope racing extremely hard. These drivers better calm down a little bit. They need those tires whenever Jacob Smintana comes to pit road, because that 32 has been wicked fast all race long. And he's coming in now. Jacob Smintana to pit road. Oh, he's coming in fast. Hopefully he was able to get it slowed down so he doesn't get a penalty. I don't see a black flag on the screen. So looks like he should be fine. But he will move down to the third position for now. We'll have to keep an eye on where Cody Porter is on the track in relation to Jacob Smintana. Here we go. Jacob Smintana, first pit stall. Currently jacking up the left side. Cody Porter leading them through the tri-oval. Smintana's coming out. Porter coming into turn one right now. And there we go, passing Jacob Smintana, who's still on the apron. That will be for the eventual race lead. Shane Posey on pit road. So Cody Porter still trying to stay ahead of Justin Cope, who had a wonderful round of green flag pit stops with 24 laps to go. Where is Jacob Smintana? Very, very bad cycle for Smintana. Currently running 6 of the guys who have come to pit road. He's got fresher tires than Mark Sikowski, who is in front of him. Joseph Zader and Anthony Permoda don't have as old tires as Mark Sikowski. But we've got a really good race shaping out here. But Jacob Smintana has to make up 2.7 seconds to catch the eventual race leader. But that gap is already starting to close down to 2.6. Those fresh tires already making a difference. He may have lost some ground, but it won't be for long now. Gap down to 2.5 seconds between him and race leader. Oh, what happened to Cody Porter? Something happens between Cody Porter and the 59 of Justin Cope. Anthony Promoda to the race lead. 22 laps to go. Can the 45 hold on? Can he maintain this 2.2 second gap between him and the fastest truck on the track? Jacob Smintana now pulling it down to 2.1 seconds between him and the race leader. Great battle back here for second between Cody Porter and Justin Cope. But the 74 of Joseph Zader working through them like it's nothing. And here comes that 32. He is now 1.7 seconds behind your race leader, Anthony Permoda. At the line, it will be 20 laps to go. There's definitely enough time, but Jacob's got to get through. Looks like 4 drivers to get to that race lead. But he is on the back bumper of the first one now, as lap truck of 88 is running alongside the 59. Here we go, 20 laps to go. 32 now working to the outside of the 59. 04 drifts up, almost spins it. I don't know how that wasn't a wreck. That 04 and the 59 have been going at it like crazy the past few laps. But that will move the 32 up to the third position. He's got to make up a second now between him and race leader Anthony Permoda. To the inside now of the 88 of Johnny Taylor. That is the lap truck. He is about a dozen laps down, unfortunately for him. But those fresh tires doing wonders. Here he comes. Good corner middle. He's going to pull right up to the back bumper of the 74, now to the inside. 18 laps to go. And that 32 is up to second, and he's got the fastest truck on the track by a long shot. Just turned a 30.5 second lap. Oh, they're wrecking behind him. That's Brian Wiggins. Caution flag. "17 of Brian Wiggins will go around and bring out the caution. You see him about to spin in the middle of the corner. Tries to save it, just doesn't have enough, and overcorrects at the end. That will bring out the caution flag. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. Anthony Permoda in the race lead. Jacob Spintana has a much faster truck, quite a few lap newer tires. And this race is drawing to a close. The 45 of Anthony Permoda up here in the lead. Jacob Spintana in second. Joseph Zader in third. Justin Cope in fourth. Cody Porter in fifth. That is your top five as they're coming down pit road. All these drivers will now be on the same laps, tires. It's going to be just a dozen lap shootout for the race win. Good race off of pit road by the 45. Interesting strategy by Jacob Spintana. He plays a strategy card, only took 2 tires it looks like. I do believe. And how about Peter Spintana? Up front. Looks like he came in after Jacob did. Under green, so. This is definitely going to be an interesting stint. As the lights on the pace car will go off. It's going to be an interesting shootout for the last few laps here in the NSR Open Setup Truck Series League. Spintana brothers will be on the front row. 45 of Anthony Permoda and the 83 of Shane Posey will be on row number 2. Only a handful of laps remaining. But the pace car will make the hard left turn on the pit road. Here we go. Green flag in the air over the 53 truck. Pretty even start between him and the 32. 53 will clear for the race lead for now. Oh, he gets run into by the 45 truck. 45 with a little bit fresher tires than that 25. Oh! Contact, 3 wide for the lead. 45 will force his way up 3 wide. Anthony Permoda looking for the race lead. He's got the 32 of Jacob Spintana to the outside, but he will make it clear. To the lead goes the 45. And they're still running 3 wide behind him. Here comes the 74. He's going to make his way there right behind him. Oh, forward quarter, Cody Porter around on the wall. Huge crash. Huge crash. Here on lap 121 of 134 in the heart of Healthcare 200. Let's take a look at what happened. 45, very aggressive move, took it 3 wide. You saw the 74 following suit. Don't think the Spintanas realized that they were going to be 3 wide still. Oh, that looks like netcode. That looks like a big case of netcode. Nowhere near contact between him and the 53, but he just goes around. So, highly, highly unfortunate circumstance for the 04 of Cody Porter. But huge crash. He will go up on the wall around the corner. I will let the game get back up to live. I will see if we can grab any interviews real quick. Looks like Cody Porter is still not available for comment. It's gonna be an interesting shootout between the 45 and the 74. That 32 of Jacob Spintana is still up in the picture, currently running in the 3rd position. But other drivers with damage, Justin Cope also has a meatball, unfortunately. So caution flag is out here at Kansas Speedway. This race drawing rapidly to a close. Can we make it through the last handful of laps without having to go into overtime? We'll just have to wait and see. Justin Cope and Cody Porter, definitely highly unfortunate for both of those drivers. This league does not offer a fast repair option, so all this damage has to be repaired by time. But meatballs usually mean they are not able to come back on the track, at least for a significant amount of time. But we still got us a good battle up here at the front of the pack. Lights on the pace car are off. We will be going green next time by. That 45 truck has a good short run car, but that 32 really comes to life on older tires. The older the tires the 45 and the 74 get, the faster the 32 will be. Can Jacob Spintana come back from being wrecked on the first 10 laps and come home with the victory? We'll just have to wait and see. Here we go. Pace car to pit road. Anthony Permoda on the inside lane. Good jump by him. He's going to get ahead of Joseph Zader, who spun the tires a little bit. And they're going to race back towards turn 1. Big gap by the 45. About 3 truck lengths. He's going to continue to pull away from that 74 of Joseph Zader. But Joseph Zader up to speed now. He is closing about a truck length now as they head down into turn number 3. 9 laps to go, coming to 8. 74 is there. He's all over the back bumper of the 45. Through the tri-oval. 8 laps to go. The 74 of Joseph Zader all over the back bumper of the 45. Just not able to find a way around him just yet. And don't count out that 32 truck either. He's keeping pace with the front two. Everybody just running the inside lane for now. 7 laps to go. 32 look to the inside. 74 blocks. Still single file top 4 nose to tail. Permoda still in the lead. Can he hold on for 7 more laps? Spintana looking for an opening. As you see Shane Posey trying to take it to the outside. Outside lane just hasn't come in quite yet. These tires are still a little bit too new. Here's Joseph Zader. And there's Jacob Spintana moving up to the outside lane. Oh, car slow on the bottom. We stay green for now. 74 of Joseph Zader trying to block the 32. 32 throws it into the inside. Battle for second. Spintana on the inside of Zader. They're going to stay side by side through the tri-oval. Side drafting. 32 trying to use that bottom lane. He should be able to clear him this corner, but the 45 is going to move down and block him. They're going to stay side by side down the back stretch. Here's the 74 trying to clear that 32 for the second position. 5 laps to go. Coming to 4 as they hit through 3 and 4. 32 drives it in really hard, drifts up the track. 74 almost gets run into the wall, but he will keep his nose to the outside. 4 laps to go. They're still side by side for second. Door banging. Here comes Spintana. He's going to clear. Finally. Oh, they're right behind him. The 83 tried to clear the 74, moved up the track, gone into each other. And both will be off the pace. And now it's just these two. 3-lap shootout. It's Anthony Permoda up front. Jacob Spintana in second. The gap is about a truck and a half as they head down the backstretch. It'll be 2 to go at the line. Good battle for third behind him. That is Peter Spintana moving to the inside of Jason Crumley. Easy pass for Spintana. But Permoda trying to hang on. 2 laps to go. The gap is about a truck. Make that a half truck. The 32 is there. Not quite able to get to the back bumper. He moves up the track about a lane. Trying to get every last inch of momentum he can. The gap now about half a truck, and it's close to the back bumper again. Jacob Spintana all the way to the back bumper of Anthony Permoda as they come around to the white flag. Still not able to move him. White flag, 1 lap to go here at Kansas. He's there. What can the 32 do? He moves up the tracking in. Trying to get a little bit of a run down the backstretch. 45 brushes the wall. And that's going to leave an opening for the 32 through 3 and 4 for the final time. 34 clips the apron. He's off the pace a little bit. And he does not have the run he was going to get. The 45 of Anthony Permoda will take the checker flag here at Kansas Speedway in the heart of Healthcare 200. Amazing last couple of laps. And the 45 will bring it home. Let's see if we can pull him into the booth for a post-race interview. We'll let him burn that rubber down a little bit first. Hey Anthony, this is Fearless up on the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
That was a amazing race between you and Jacob Spintana. Definitely had the truck to beat on that last green flag stint. Talk us through your strategy and what you were thinking in that last green flag run.
I was just hoping and praying to keep them out from getting underneath me going to the corners. That's all I needed to do.
Definitely a great performance by that 45 truck. What are your expectations headed into next week?
I have no idea. I don't even know where we're racing.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to keep this momentum up going into next week. Congratulations again. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Everybody at Nitro.
I'll let you hop off of here. Congratulations. Can't wait to see you next week.
Thanks.
That is Anthony Permoda, your race winner in that 45 truck. What a finish between him and Jacob Spintana. Looked for a second that Spintana had the chance to get around him, but everything turned out just fine. We'll post the results up on the screen for you real quick as we go see if we have anybody else for an interview. Doesn't look like anybody else in the top 3 is available for comments. Let's see if we can pull in somebody involved in that last almost caution. Hey Joseph, this is Fearless up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how we doing?
Pretty good. Fantastic race by you. You were up front for the majority of the race, and it looked like you had a chance to go for the race win. And talk us through what happened in that last short stint.
Yeah, that last adjustment, I think I messed up my adjustment a little bit, so I don't think I was as fast. And my buddy Shane just caught the apron and drifted up. I thought I was gonna sneak by him, but he got into me, and I was like, oh man, not good. Yeah, I don't know if I would have won, but I would have been up there.
Well, it is definitely unfortunate, but glad to hear no hard feelings going into next week. Next week, Charlotte Roval. What are you feeling about that race?
Not the best road racer, but I'll hold my own. But yeah, I'm not a big road guy. But it'll be fun.
Well, I'll let you hop off of here. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to real quick?
Yeah, just the guys over there at NSR. Thanks for having us over here. It was fun. All the guys over at Nitro, Johnny, our builder, and Russ. They build awesome setups every week. So, and you guys, of course, for putting the show on. Appreciate it.
Of course, it's a pleasure to be here. I'll let you hop off here. Congratulations on a 7th place finish, and hopefully you can improve next week, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
Well, like we said, we are not able to reach either Spintana brother for a comment. But thank you all for tuning in. We'll go through the finishing lineup real quick. Anthony Permoda will be your race winner. Jacob Spintana in 2nd. Peter Spintana in 3rd. Jason Crumley in 4th. Mark Sikowski in 5th. Brian Wiggins will come home in a 6th position. Good recovery by him after being 2 laps down. Joseph Zader will finish 7th. Shane Posey in 8th. Kenneth Colson in 9th. Justin Cope in 10th. Cody Porter, a highly unfortunate finish for him after winning stage number 1. He will finish in 11th. Johnny Taylor got caught up in a wreck early, just never was able to recover from it, really. He will finish in 12th. Richard Melugani will finish 13th, and Jason Holdsworth will finish in the 14th position. Last but not least, thank you all for tuning in here on Fearless Broadcasting. This race brought to you by Affordable SEO and Web Design, as well as MP214512 on Twitch. Be sure to reach out on social media and support them for supporting us here in the NSR Open Setup Truck Series Racing League. Tonight's race was brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting, your home for high-quality, no-limit sim racing coverage. If you're looking to take your league to the next level with live broadcasts, commentary, and top-tier production, be sure to hit us up. We bring the action, you bring the racing. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch to stay up to date on all of our live events, race replays, and behind-the-scenes content. Fearless Broadcasting, where racing meets real passion. It's been a pleasure filling in here in the NSR Racing League for the Heart of Healthcare 200. Hopefully we'll be able to be back next week. We will be at the Charlotte Roval. Be sure to tune in, same time, same place.